Look at how beautiful this place looks like. Amazing, amazing. I can't wait to see the results. So we're starting off with this cat. Don't worry, it's not a cat video. It's just a cat I found there that I loved. But we're just installing a wallpaper into a client's house. So basically, this is how the room looks like. It's kind of a room and kind of a corridor. I'm calling it a corridor because it's stretched and it's on your way out. Like outside the house, on your way out, on the exit, this is where you find the room. So it's a room that the clients say that they use basically just for kids to play, or sometimes when you just want to rest and take some coffee, there's a place you sit. So they just wanted to make it look better and more attractive and comfortable, and this is how it looks before the wallpaper. So we'll be starting off with the wall on my other side, but before that, let me explain something. We are still going to use this glue. If you've not watched my previous video on wallpaper, this is the same glue we are going to use. Of course, a different one, but the same type of glue, okay? So you mix it with water. One package again goes for 4 rolls. So one package was enough for us because we used around 6 rolls. So 1.5 package was enough for us. Mix it well before you can get ready to start installing, and let's get ready. Okay. Now,
paint blush roller.
So that's a roller.
Yeah.
Umesema ni how much?
This is 250, but there's a bigger size for 300.
Okay.
This we call it utility knife or a cutter.
Cutter. Okay. So what do you use it for? Cutter too.
Through edges.
Okay.
These people call it squeezer. Some call it squingy. Really have to scuba glue.
To spread
the glue and make the whole paper align.
Okay.
And to jet.
Alright guys, I was just giving you a clip of some of the equipment to use, but then I remembered, in case you're having a wall that is not so clear, that has some painting that is coming off, you have to rub that off so that your wallpaper doesn't come out with time. And what you use is this thing that we're using right here. You can use your scrubber if you want, or if you have this sharp, I'll look for the name and I'll tag you guys. You can use it to just ensure you clean up your wall to make it smooth so that your wallpaper doesn't chip out. Let's get moving. So you do that and ensure every anchor is clean. Just to ensure that no air comes in, no air gets onto your wallpaper, because if there are air or bubbles, then it starts to peel off, and that is not what we want. And especially if you are paid, okay, you have a customer, they're paying you, you have to do a good job. So that's what we were doing to just ensure that the wall is smooth enough and that the wallpaper is going to lie flat, okay, and no valleys and all those things popping onto the wall. And after that, then we started our installation. Now, our wallpaper was kind of different from the one you watched before. What we're doing right now, this is Frederick. I'm sure I introduced him last time. We are working with him. What he's doing is just applying glue onto that wall. Remember, the last time wallpaper was running vertically from up down. This one is running horizontally because that's how the client wanted the pattern to be. It makes it harder. Now you can see I've already installed the first portion, sorry. So after installing that, we moved to the second one. I did not show you how we did it because I've already shown that on my last video, but basically it's the same thing. Now the only difference with this wallpaper is it's running horizontal, so you make sure that at least you are with 2 people, because it's not an easy one when you're working with the horizontal part. Now you see where that what do I call it? Yes, that kambao right there, that one, you have to ensure that your paper covers up to the quarter of it, okay, and ensure that you don't leave blanks of the wall and the wallpaper. I don't know whether that makes sense, but you're gonna see how that works in a few minutes. Basically is applying glue on the little left portion up there to ensure that the wallpaper sits well and it balances, and it's going to be uniform from up down. Okay, and that's what he's doing. So we had to cut part of the flower, okay, because remember there's a pattern here, to ensure that that flower goes up before the kambao, I don't know what we call it, guys, give me a name down there, to ensure that that part is evenly spread out. And I came in to assist. Yeah, that's me in a t-shirt, of course written FRIDAH NGUKU. You have to go marketing yourself everywhere. So helping him to hold on this side and this other side, so that we can cut and ensure that we cut the right size before applying glue. Now, I was not able to show you the first application up there because the guy who was supposed to hold our camera disappeared. I don't know where he went. So I had to help him hold on, and I didn't come with my stand. And that's why you just saw me show you the installed wallpaper part of first wallpaper done already. But this one, I was like, he was back and I was like, let me show you guys how two people have to work on this one because it's horizontal. It's not easy, and if you're going alone to install a wallpaper that is horizontal, it might take more time and it might not be as perfect and might give you a whole lot of work. So what he's doing right now is applying glue. This one you've seen on my previous video on wallpaper. Now I decided to show you this room because there's a lot of differences compared to the other wall that I did a wallpaper last time. Remember, this has become my side hustle, guys, my side hustle right now with this quarantine. So kindly come through, and in case you need a wallpaper, call on me. There's a number that will be running down there so that I can help you choose the best wallpaper for your house and come through to install. It doesn't matter where you are, whatever part of this country, we are going to come through and do that. So what we're doing right now is I'm going to help him place it there, so ensure that the flower again runs well and it's uniform from up down. I don't know why I keep saying up down, up, from up down. It's a pattern, guys, so you have to make sure that the pattern is consistent, and also where that flower cuts, it has to be evenly put so that you don't see any partition, any difference between the first portion of the paper and the second one and the third one. It just has to run smoothly like it was a whole pack or a whole roll. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, so we did all that up to down here, and what I'm trying to show is I realize some walls are not straight, but for the client, they don't want to understand that walls are not straight. So what you do is you fix and ensure that they don't get to see that. So you cut a little bit of that wallpaper and fix, and that is what Freddie is doing right now, fixing down there so that it's evenly spread out, and so that it runs from up to that point where the wall ends. And that's how our first installation looked like. You can't even tell that these were pieces, guys. It just looks so evenly done. This is why you need someone who is a professional to do this. So call on us, guys. Now let's move on to our second wall. This one is different from the first one because there's a door and there are two bathroom windows. Again, I said there's some kind of a corridor. So the small windows you're seeing right there are a bathroom window and a toilet window. Okay, so you have to be very keen when you're installing on this side, because you need to ensure that those portions and even the ventilation that you're seeing there, guys, you have to ensure that the ventilation is going to be left out open, because it's very important. But what you do is you first lay the wallpaper straight and put it on, and even apply glue and stick it on before cutting. Okay, then after that, you definitely are going to feel where the ventilations are, and with your cutter, and that is what you'll be able to see that in a few minutes, in a few seconds, you will be able now to cut where the ventilation are in a straight line. Again, use your scraper so that it gives you a guideline of where and how to cut. That is what Freddie is doing, trying to figure out where that ventilation is, and ensure those lines are aligning. The line from that corner and this other side, the wallpaper you've put should be aligning. So what Freddie is doing right now is cutting off the ventilation to ensure that it's open, because again, you can't cover it up. It's very crucial. So it's like you're dipping the cutter in that part, okay, that space, and you're going to see how well that is going to come out. If you're not careful, you could mess up, but again, he is a professional, so he's still gonna do it pretty well, guys, pretty well. So if I did not mention, this is now my side hustle, guys, another side hustle. We have to get this money. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that looks. It looks so flawless, like that wallpaper came fitted with that opening for the ventilator. Then after that, we moved on to our third and our fourth wall. But before that, let's talk about fixing this part of the door. I brought this up because if you're keen, you realize that the wallpaper was torn. You know, the door, as we were moved in, we were trying to move it. It teared. It tore. Oh, Jesus Christ. It tore the wallpaper. But the good thing with this wallpaper is you can always fix it. And especially with these flowers, you can always fix it. And it's going to be evenly fixed. Like you won't even tell that there was a tear. Look at that. Look at that. You can't tell, guys. You can't tell that there was a tear there. So you fix it well, and the client would even see anything, and that's what we want to get. You don't want to get to a room and then you're looking at it and you can see some tears, you can see some things that are not so consistent. You can tell that this was installed by someone who is a krutu. A krutu is someone who is not so so much of a profession in whatever area of life. Anyway, we get moving. So fixing doors and windows can be tricky, so you have to be very careful how you put it, and you also have to be very precise when you're cutting, so that you don't cut and then it gives you a lot of trouble. If you loved this video so far, kindly give it a thumbs up, and let's keep moving. Again, we keep wiping. So Kosi is the one who is wiping right now. We'll keep wiping to ensure that, you know, the wallpaper is still clean. And wow, that's how our wall looks on that side after we finished installing that side of the wall. Cute, right? Great. Now we move on to this side. This is a side that has a very huge window, and again an entrance door from the outside. Okay, so again, it's a very long wall, and you see how Freddy is trying to match that line to ensure it matches, so that you don't have like a discontinuous kind of a line, you know, like, you know, this side the line ends there and then the other one is on top of that. No, you have to make sure that it looks like a one thing. So again, it's a very long wall, and so 2 people or 3 are very important. So they are stepping on a table right now as they install that. And again, there's a ventilation right there, so they definitely gonna cut it after they've laid the wall. Remember, the glue is still on it already, so right now what they're doing is literally fixing it. And Kosi is holding on the wallpaper to ensure it doesn't fall and tear. Yeah, so basically when it's horizontal, guys, it's actually tricky. It's not an easy thing to do, so you have to be 2 or 3 depending on how long the wall is. So it's a lot of work, and if you're not a professional, this will not be really easy. I'm learning to install this thing, guys, and I actually did one installation which I think I should edit and post it for you guys, so you tell me how well I did. But anyway, we work with these guys and they're really good at what they do. I love their job. So reach out to us, and the number is there down there in case you need a wallpaper, how to buy lots of it, different colors, different patterns, different looks, whatever, all that, guys. Just reach out to us and we'll come in handy. And then guess what? This is how the wall on that side looked like. Look at that. I remember I installed that side because it was almost the same as this other one, so I did not really take you through. But that's how the other side looks like, guys. Fixing the windows and doors, I need to do a video on that, so you get to understand that.
Moments later,
you get to understand that better. Alright, so I decided to show you guys how the room looked like at the end of it all. Apparently the wallpaper matched with the tiles. Somehow they were a little bit there was a little bit of grayish in them, so they really looked really well. So this is the entrance. When you come in, this is what you're seeing. I'm sure you're remembering the before. So look at how cute this place looks like. And the good thing about these wallpapers is, even if they get dirty, you can always wipe them with water. So you don't have to feel like what happens when they're dirty. No, you just wipe them. So this was a client's choice of this wallpaper, and she loved the results. Look at the tiles and the combination with the wallpaper. Cute, awesome. This was some good job. So yeah, we made it, guys, and thank you for watching. In case you need us, kindly reach us and we'll come through. We have different patterns. We are located in different areas in the country. We can always move and come. Thank you for watching. Stay positive, stay focused, and see you on the next one. Bye.